Bum 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 bum. Yeah, that was not the best rendition, but hello all you Brits out there who are watching this channel. I'm going to start off this this session today outside the Empress here in downtown Victoria, British Columbia. Reason being because the Queen herself has stayed here at the Empress. And whenever she happens to drop by in Victoria, which she doesn't do very often because she's, you know, she's getting up in age. She jumps out of helicopters, obviously, but I'm a little too tired to come to Victoria. No, she's been here a couple times, and when she comes, she stays at the Empress. And yeah, the reason I'm starting off at the Empress is, well, right now we're in downtown, the harbour, the inner harbour of Victoria. There's the Parliament building over there. You see it? That's where all the good decisions and stupid decisions get made. I gotta get out of here. I'm in the way of a tour bus. So, you may be asking, why specifically the British? Like, why not the Aussies or the French or the Scandinavians? Or, holy moly, this bus is slow. Come on, come on. Bum, 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 bum. Every time I see the Union Jack today, I'm going to do that. It's about my family. And I think I've mentioned this in one of my videos earlier that my family originates in the British Isles. So, my great-great-grandfather and great-great-grandmother, they owned a hotel in, now, if I don't say it right while I'm riding, I'll put up the correct pronunciation or the correct spelling on the screen, but Deptford, D-E-P-T-F-O-R-D. And they had a hotel called the White Swan Hotel. And I've got photos of the exterior. Maybe I'll, in fact I will. I'm going to put up a photo right here, right now. That's it. That's what it looked like back in the day. And I think I also have a photo of the inside. Actually, there were three bars. There was the professional bar, the workman's bar, and the ladies' bar. And this picture that I'll put up right now is a picture of the professional bar. And like I said, my great-great-grandparents, they owned this hotel and ran it, and they were quite well-to-do and prospering quite nicely. However, my great-great-grandfather, I should stop just saying great. You know who I'm talking about. My forefather there. I'm gonna have to say great-great-grandfather. It sounds silly the other way. My great-great-grandfather was having health issues, and at that time, it was. You know, the air quality was pretty shoddy, had a lot of coal being burned and you know, that sort of thing. And so the air quality was pretty poor. And the doctors told him, look, you got to get out of this place. And they suggested they go somewhere where the air is clean. And two suggestions came up, Canada or Australia. And they chose Canada. And I believe because his brother had already moved out here at some point and was now a successful sheep farmer of some sort. So they packed up their bags and packed up the house, got tickets on this new steamliner, which was touted to be like the most fabulous thing since sliced bread. I don't even know if they had sliced bread back then. I think it was the best. I don't even think they had sliced bread back then. So this was like the best thing ever. And it was a ship called the Titanic. And because they were wealthy, they bought first-class tickets on this, you know, luxury appointed liner that was going to steam from the England over to Canada on its maiden voyage. After they bought their tickets, they were notified by the by the liner. I think it was, is it Starline? I want to say Starline. That they were overbooked. And so they had two options. One, they could be guaranteed a guaranteed passage on the second trip across, or they could leave earlier on one of the sister ships. And because they were all packed up and they didn't want to wait around, they chose to go earlier on one of the sister ships. And I imagine they were kind of disappointed because, you know, this was a big deal. The Titanic was a big deal. But they left early. There's probably a little bit of kind of, oh, we could have been on that too feeling. And it wasn't long after that the message came across the wire that the Titanic had sunk. So at that point, I could only imagine how, I mean, that's a close call, would you say? A pretty close call. You had first class tickets on the Titanic, you get bumped, and the Titanic goes down. I mean, that's dodging a bullet there. So what I'm looking for is anybody over there in that area, if it was possible to have them swing by. Now, I believe it was High Street. That's all I've got. High Street, Deptford. Imagine back then, maybe there weren't as many streets or numbers. I don't know, but that's all it says. High Street, Deptford. So, if there's any chance that somebody knows somebody that's in that area, could it be at all possible for someone to swing by and just check it out and see if the building's still standing, and if it is, if you could just get a photo of it, that would be awesome. And if it's still the White Swan Hotel, I know it's been a long time, yeah, over 100 years. But if it still exists, if you could get a photo of the exterior and a photo of perhaps the inside, I mean, I imagine things would probably be remodeled at this point, but you never know. Sometimes they keep those old historic buildings intact, and you know, it could very well be the same structure inside that it was back in 1809, somewhere around there. So, if somebody could do that, it'd be, and I'm not expecting someone to do it, but if just by chance someone lives down the road from that, or you know somebody lives down the road from that, it would be awesome. And I'd love to be able to show my granddad photos of his grandparent, his great grandparents. It would be his grandparents. Old business. Anyways, that's my thing for today. Thanks for riding along, and we will talk to you guys later. Goodbye.